Hey, what's up guys, it's Apollo Uchiha here and welcome back to my channel. Today I am back with a new short movie. The name of this short movie is What If Naruto A New Beginning. And yeah guys, it is an unscripted short movie and my own idea. Now before continuing this, make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel and follow me on my Meta What If channel as well if you haven't done so already. And yeah guys, as I mentioned before, I will be using my own titles instead of stating the obvious. I'm gonna try to name them like the fanfiction guys do with their stories. Hopefully I will get better at it. Anyways, enough said. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe to both of my channels, and without any further ado, let's begin with our today's short movie. Our story begins in Konoha Gakure no Sato. 5 years since the QB attack. It was a rainy afternoon. The mood was solemn in the village as everyone was present at the graveyard, where we see a coffin was being lowered with all the honors that Konoha could present to one man. And this was the coffin of Hiruzen Sarutobi, the third Hokage who had died last night while sitting on his Hokage desk, doing his work. And today afternoon he was getting buried. Everyone was shocked and saddened by this death because it was sudden, but they knew that Hiruzen Sarutobi was an old man who survived in a long battle in a profession where men die young. As soon as this was done, the elders announced there would be a meeting to discuss who the new Hokage is going to be, because they were in need of a leader and fast. And so, within a few hours after the meeting was said and done, on top of the Hokage monument, the three elders stood, as every shinobi civilian alike was present down there onto the floor. As they looked up where the top of the building was, Danzo Shimura was presented, wearing the Hokage robes, as he then said, addressing his people, "People of Konoha, Hiruzen Sarutobi's death was indeed a sad thing to happen to Konoha. But we as Konoha has survived much worse before. We have survived the Nine Tails attack and even the wars. We will overcome this as well. Hiruzen Sarutobi has cemented his legacy and will be remembered as the honorable Hokage as he was. A friend, a rival, and more than that, a competent Hokage. Now, we must look towards the future, because what is done in the past has been done. There's nothing we can do to change that, but we can change our future. I would take the seat of the Hokage for only one reason and one reason alone: to make Konoha strong and great again. To make sure nobody messes with us, to make sure that we rule supreme." As people begin to cheer and celebrate, the shinobis, they were divided, but in the end, people accepted their fifth Hokage. Time began to pass by, as many people begin to see significant changes. For once, Shinobi Academy had strict procedures than anything ever before. The whole village seemed to be leaning towards more militarized force that was working under directly Danzo's order. If he didn't like something, it would be removed. And if he appreciated something, it would be appreciated. And the new norm of Konoha was, weak were the most hated ones. They were like disease clinging to them in their ideology. And that has been the mentality of Konoha within the next 3 years since Danzo has become the Hokage. And no matter who it was, whether the clan had its own child or a clan entirely, if they were weak, they were hated. It began to affect the clansmen of the different clans, but the clan heirs made sure that they kept their morals intact, because they knew what Danzo was trying to do was get their people under his control, which they would never submit to. All the meanwhile, Danzo had made sure that the Jinchuriki of Konoha, who by the way at the time of Hiruzen's passing was at the age of 5, was taken. Why? Because he said the boy should be done playing a child. It is time for him to man up and take responsibility. His father left him with a gift, and that gift must be harnessed. And so the boy, in the name of that, of what he fed to the council, was taken and was tortured in the name of endurance trainings. He was punched, beaten, experimented on with different drugs to enhance his healing. And not only that, he was electrocuted and used other ninjutsu as well to make him immune to it. Naruto had healing factor of the Uzumakis, but even that was having troubles with the force of training that Madara had inflicted on Naruto. As the other two elders were a bit worried about Danzo's extreme methods, so they went towards him. Because since the day he has come into power, they have done nothing but to support him. You have to stop this, Danzo. You're gone too far. We have supported you, doing everything we can in our power. But this is too much. He is just a kid. Even we know that he is a Jinchuriki and needs to be treated as one, but that doesn't mean that he is a subhuman that you are treating like an experimental figure. Koharu, Homura, said Danzo as he spun in the seat of his and got up, looking towards the village. I did not expect this from you. I thought you would stand by my side, but it seems I was wrong. What are you talking about, Danzo? Of course we're on your side. But before they could finish, two katanas were plunged from their back into their guts. As their eyes widened, Danzo, it seems you and I have come to a disagreement, something that I was hoping you would do early on. Because you see, I do not need you anymore. Konoha doesn't need you anymore. The two elders will be remembered as honorable person as Hiruzen was. You monster. You killed Hiruzen? Said Koharu, as the katana was slashed again, but this time on their neck after being taken out, causing them to die instantly, while Danzo stood there. Clean up this root, and once you're done, make sure the other Anbus don't find out. Aye, Danzo-sama. As Danzo with a smirk on his face now looked outside, there was nothing in this world that could stop him. Konoha was in his reins, and now he had to make it great again. Time passed since that day. 5 years had passed more. Now, the next generation has turned at the age of 13. Within the academy, Hinata, Yuga, as well as Kiba and Izuka, and many others were hated. Hated to the core because they were considered weak by the new mentality adopted by Konoha, and because of that, the clans were ridiculed because they did not want these people to be in position of any power. But the clans, they also fought back, clapped back, but were scared because they knew that they would face the same fate of what has happened to the Uchihas. Itachi Uchiha was forced to choose between his sibling who was kidnapped by Danzo and his administration. In order to save him, he had to execute his whole clan, and he had to do that. It was happened because of only one thing. Itachi spoke up against Danzo, and Danzo did not appreciate that. And because of that, the other clans, while condemning what he did, was quiet, because they knew they could be next, because if the founding clan was eradicated, what could they be considered as if they joined in later on? And so, now we see back at the training facility, the 13-year-old Naruto was presented. He had been undergone a lot of harsh training and was able to survive. He was not at the full potential yet, but he was a great shinobi, a weapon ready to be used. With time it will gain experience, and only then time would tell of how competent it has gotten. As now we see, Danzo stood in front of him, as his root commander stood to the next. The boy is ready. It has still its flaws, but it is ready to be unleashed, Danzo-sama. Is the seal that is upon your tongue placed on him so that he would not speak no matter what happens? No. we haven't placed that because we wanted you to be present when we do that. Good. Make sure you do. And so, the sealing process was done by tying Naruto down because he still had fight in him. The boy still has fight in him. I thought you had broken his spirit. It is too hard to do so. The boy is an Uzumaki, so it's obvious he would put up a good fight before anything else happens, said Danzo, as Naruto was trying his best to break free, but his mouth was forced open, and there the seal was redrawn. As soon as it was redrawn, we see that something happened. Naruto went complete limp, and then got up on command, and bowed to Danzo. Danzo-sama, please give me an order. As Danzo kicked him onto the face, it's Hokage-sama to you, brat. Hokage-sama, my apologies. Use the Kyuubi's chakra to full potential to destroy some of the civilians. To make sure that they know who they bow down to. Especially in the red light district, because I heard that is where the regime change people are. Because they want to topple over my rule, thinking that the Hokage would allow that to happen. As Danzo was thinking of that, Naruto did that, and Kyuubi, being finally freed, let loose. What is going on? Why is this happening? I thought everything was under control. This should not be happening. As the boy began to laugh, Danzo Shimura, you thought you had everything under control, didn't you? People like you are the very reason why I hate ninjas. You disgust me. All of you do, said Kyuubi, as Danzo was shocked. Kyuubi, but how? It's simple. You put a restraint on the boy and unleashed me. There's nothing you can do to stop me. Nothing. And it was the Kyuubi attack all over again. 13 years later, as the huge visage of the Kyuubi in perfect form was released, destroyed from the very bottom of the root base from the Hokage tower, destroying everything. And then what followed suit was screams, PTSD running in, Root Anbu being destroyed completely, and devastation took place. The destruction ensued, and this time Konoha to the brim was leveled. Nothing was able to stop the Nine Tails. Even with half of its power present, it was still able to level this village. The people who claimed that Konoha was 10 times stronger than it has ever been in the last 100 years of it, witnessed for the first time just how fragile their ego was, as it was being crushed by the very same monster again, who they could have defeated, Danzo claimed, if he was in charge. As now we see, Danzo was hidden, and the people who were able to hide were hidden, while the rest, they had died. And once that was said and done, Naruto escaped with the help of Kyuubi. And once they saw the Biju disappear after hours worth of destruction, Danzo came out with his root, anbus, and whatnot. As he looked towards the surrounding, the destruction, gather everyone who is alive. We need to regroup and see how many are there. And so, Danzo was glad to find that at least 600 people were alive in the village of 3,000 population. The rest had perished. We, as a village, have stand against another yet strange and strong event. We have not bowed down to the Kyuubi's will. We may have been defeated, but we will rise again. Only if you follow my methods and ways, there will be salvation for all of us. We have seen firsthand that my methods have worked. We have survived, the weak have not. The weak, you say? Said Kakashi Hatake. If this is what you call survival, then I'd rather be annihilated, you damn bastard. Silence! Is this how you dare to speak to the Hokage? I'm speaking to the bastard in front, not the Hokage. The bastard who hid in his bunker while the rest had died. You were the one who unleashed the Biju, right? Says who? I saw the Sharingan pattern in the Kyuubi's eyes. You were trying to manipulate it, didn't you? What are you talking about? I know now why you called for us to gather all the eyes of the Uchiha. as Kakashi ripped apart the bandages and even the eye patch that Danzo wore and shocked everyone as they felt disgusted. He killed that clan because he wanted their powers for himself. That was all there is to it, isn't it, Danzo? You wanted them gone because you knew that they were too strong, too powerful for your liking, and you couldn't do anything about it before, but now you could. What I have done is for the best. The Uchiha clan needs to live, whether through me or to anyone else, and it would survive like this. And the people that day begin to change because what Kakashi had said before leaving has begun to grow the seeds of doubt within Danzo. 3,000 of population in total in Konoha, reduced to only 600. It spoke volumes. Many of their own had died. At first they believed in the ideology that Danzo fed them, that maybe they were weak, and Konoha's new norm was hate the weak, but how could they hate their own kids, their own parents, their own loved ones? And that is when they begin to see the cracks within the ideology. The one-sidedness of it. And that is when people begin to change. Danzo was losing confidence and fast, and that is when he returned. Jiraiya, who has not returned a single day since the day his sensei had died 8 years ago. He walked straight towards the tent which was the makeshift Hokage office. What the hell is wrong with you, Jiraiya? What are you doing here? What makes you think is wrong with you? Surrounding of you, look around you. There's nothing left. What happened? You had everything under control, didn't you? You said to me that you do. Is this what you call being under control? It was a horrible accident that has happened. The people may doubt me now, but sooner or later they will trust me again because they would know that is for the better. You have gone delusional, Danzo. Delusional to the point where you can't seem to realize what is right and what is wrong. To hell with this. I'm here to give you a report anyway. Take that, I'm leaving. With that, Jiraiya was about to leave until he was stopped. There is one more thing I would like to give you as an order. What? Search for the Kyuubi's Jinchuriki. He is still out there, and we might need to bring him back because he is the last line of defense for your experiment guinea pig that you need to re-experiment upon. I will look for him, but that is all I can promise. That is all I need from you right now, Jiraiya. Hiruzen would be proud. Don't you dare say his name, Danzo. That man and you can never match. He had everything that you don't. And with that, Jiraiya left as Danzo slammed his fist onto the table because he, for the first time in 8 years, felt like that even after having everything, he was losing the reins of his command. I need to restructure. I need to make these people believe. And so that is what he began to do. He began to kidnap the kids of the remaining families to make them into the new Rutanbus who have died. And so, Konoha was in for a ride again. While on the other side, far, far away from Konoha, nearby a waterfall, we see a boy was seen in tattered clothes, sleeping or passed out cold onto the ground. As Naruto began to stir awake, what the, where am I? All the seals that were placed on him were gone, as from behind the waterfall came out the Kyuubi. How is this possible? It is possible, because I have been thinking of a way to get out. I have spoken to your family that was left within the seal of yours. They have left a part of their chakra to meet with you, but due to the trauma that you endured, I was the one ended up meeting them. I don't care anymore. What am I gonna do? Konoha would come after me, hunting me. You are strong, kid. Very strong. All you have to do is just hide for the time being until someone take care of that bastard Danzo. And once that is done, you will be home free. Free, you say? Free? I couldn't break free from you. I was hated because of you, and now I would be free? Talk to me however you want, but that is all I can give you. Your father gave me the key, and I promised him that I would let you live. You still have a part of my chakra within you, which is keeping you alive, but gradually it will become yours and you will be freed from me. In the meanwhile, I am free. You should never speak of this meeting again and never ever visit this place again. I understand. Thank you for what you have done. This is the least I can do to you. But remember, if you're going back to Konoha, that would be the biggest mistake, because they would make your life living hell. Remember the new ideology they adopted, right? Yeah. They hate the weak. And since I don't have QB no Yoko within me, they would hate me as well. They might even execute you. So you better not set a foot there. And so, Naruto got up, thanked the QB, and then began to leave. As now we see, before Naruto left though, QB made sure to use a small genjutsu that Naruto didn't realize that he had on him. This would be better for both of us, kid. I'm sorry for doing this, but it is for the best. And so, Naruto left. He became a wandering spirit, finally finding a village nearby. Excuse me, can you tell me what village is this? This is Takigakure, kid. Welcome to the village. You look like you've been through war. Something like that. Where are you from? I don't have a village, said Naruto after thinking for a moment, dragging his answer out from himself. You look like you need some food. As Naruto was given some food by the kind old man. As Naruto took it, he was about to go and eat after thanking the old man until he saw that a girl was passing by as people threw eggs, rotten tomatoes, and even slurs at her. She had green hair and eyes and tan skin. As Naruto stood in front, why are you doing this to her? As the old man then said, that is a poor soul who was forced to bear the weight of the whole village and now is hated because of that, because she is not competent enough. What? Yes, it is true. Maybe I can help her. I tried to do so as the same kid, but it's not that easy. It's not that simple. You think you might be able to help her, but you can't. Trust me, you can't. Not many can. And so, the old man left, as Naruto followed her as she arrived outside, in a makeshift camp. As Naruto followed her, Who is there? Said the girl. I have a kuna, I will hurt you if you don't come out. Easy there. I didn't mean to hurt you or startle you at all. I was worried about you. Who are you? I'm new here. I was like you. You're a Jinchuriki, right? As Fu's eyes widened. Yeah, my name is Fu. My name is Naruto. And I am from Konoha. Wait, there was a QB attack a few days ago in Konoha. Was that... They tried after torturing me for 8 years, as Naruto showed her after taking off his shirt, the wounds, the scars that remained. It made me into a weapon, and QB broke free because of that, rendering my seal useless. Thanks to it, I was able to survive. So you're really like me. Yes. But seeing that you kind of like your Biju, can I ask why? Chaume is the only one who cares about me. Chaume, the Seven Tails. He has been watching over me since I was a kid and kicked out. So we really are alike, huh? Here, I got this from the old man that was a restaurant owner. He was a kind soul. Yeah. Jojiro-san is like that. But that was supposed to be yours, right? I can eat half of it. You can take the rest. As after both of them ate that in silence, we see Naruto said things to her. Can I say a few things to you, Fu? What? Why are you still sticking around? This place, it hates you. Don't you want to be, like, get out there, live your life? Maybe start with a new beginning? I would love that. It's just, I'm afraid where I will go. Me too. I guess I am kind of struggling with the same answer. I also don't know where to go from here. So, you're trying to, wander around? Yes, I'm trying to still hide from Konoha, because I know that the Hokage of there and the remaining people of what they are left would come after me. They would ask for the reason. To them, their word of their leader is the law, and he would lie to their face through his teeth, and they would accept it. But that would mean that you would be, yes, killed. Once they find out that I don't have the QB anymore. Wait, what? What happened? I found a way. I don't know how. It got the key to the seal and left part of its chakra to make me keep alive, and freed itself. I'm kind of glad that it did. Because now, I'm just me. And that is why I'm conflicted, because I don't know what to do with myself. Maybe we really are alike, huh? That is why I stuck around, because I don't know myself. As both of them sat in silence and then chuckled. It's funny. It's funny that it's painful that we have gone through the same pain. Almost same pain, said Fu. As Naruto chuckled, of course, almost. Because mine is a bit greater. Yes, you take the cake here. And yet, we are at the same place all over again. We don't know what to do with our life. Yubi told me that it was a new beginning for me. I just don't know where to begin from. All I'm trying to do is currently now hide. Hide away from Konoha. And hoping that they would stop coming after me. I have had enough memories of that place. Not every time that place was a hell. 8 years ago when my Gigi was the Hokage, it was peaceful. Heaven even. You can say. With its own flaws. Like I was still hated but I had my own apartment. And I could still eat. But now, if I go back there, I would be executed. Time sure changes. Yeah. Time sure changes. Oh? What are you thinking about? I'm speaking to Chaume. He says that we need to adapt. And that you are right, that we do need to leave. But to where? That we do not know. Let's head towards Suna. Chaume says one of his siblings is there. He is kind of a cranky, he says, but he will help. Alright, so let's go. And so both of them begin to leave. Unbeknownst to them, Jiraiya, the legendary Sannin, has already tracked down Naruto because that was the mission given to him, and was able to hear in the conversation from hiding. As he sat there with a sad expression. Boy has given up on us, huh? I'm sorry, Minato, I couldn't protect your son. As he gritted his teeth, what kind of godfather am I? Couldn't protect his own goddamn godson. And at that point, he realized that Konoha was indeed in deep shit. And there was need to be change. And so he went towards his old friends. While Naruto and Fu could begin their travel towards Sunagakure, he went towards Tsunade, who was quite hard to convince, but in the end she did, because she, more than hating Konoha, hated Danzo for what he has done. That fucker needs to be put into his place. 600 are alive, Jiraiya, out of 3,000 of population. That says a lot about the man. And he still blames them, calling them weak. We'll show him who weak is. But we need him. Are you insane? We both can alone level Konoha if we want to, including Danzo. You want him? He will have his revenge. Finally. And so a meeting was arranged. Within a week or so, they were able to come face to face once more. Is this a surprise or something? I thought you were going to meet me alone, Jiraiya, said from the shadows a voice as two yellow eyes with slits in them appeared. This was Orochimaru, another legendary Sani. What, Snake Face? You got hurt that I'm here? Of course not, Hime. If anything, I'm happy that the whole gang is here. Gang, you say, huh? What do you want from me, both of you? Tell me honestly before I leave. We want you to come with us. Where? To defeat Danzo. To overthrow him. This is funny. Me, a rogue, an enemy of Konoha, is asked to help the same village that I detest because I found the files. Danzo was the one to order the hit upon your wife-to-be and your child. The very thing that turned you into the monster that you are today, not Sensei. What? You got to be joking me. Yes, as now we go to a flashback to see at one point Orochimaru too had fallen in love and was even going to marry the woman he loved, who was expecting his child. But something happened and she was killed. At first, he thought it was his sensei who was against this marriage because she was from the rice country and he was going to move there. But now it was evident it was Danzo, who was the pure loyalist to Konoha and purist. How long you have known? Since Sensei died. I tried to reach out to you, but I couldn't. Too much was going on for me. Why are you doing this? For Sensei? For Naruto? Naruto? A child of Minato and Kushina who has been wronged by the village. And besides, the ideology that Danzo placed on him is beginning to crack. My spies from within tells me that people begin to doubt Danzo, that he could, if protect them or not. Because to them, he is nothing more than a liar. A liar who only sees his own strength when the time is right. I heard what happened in Konoha. Kyuubi sure did level the village a few weeks ago. Yes, it did. Out of 3,000 of the population that it had reached, only 600 had survived. That much, huh? Fine, I will help you. But Danzo dies by my head. Of course. And so, they went towards Kakashi and the other remaining members who hated Danzo to the core and formed an alliance. Danzo, already high on his power, was threatening the land of fire itself to war because the daimyo wasn't agreeing to him. That bastard of a daimyo doesn't know who he's messing with. It's time I overthrew him and became the daimyo as well. The land of fire has been saved and protected by us for ages. It's time we take it for ourselves. Like long ago we should have done to the Orochimaru, Uzumakis and the others. You think you can do that, huh? Said Jiraiya as he arrived. Jiraiya, you're back. Great. Now we need to find a way to deal with the daimyo. He's threatening us with a war. More like in the reverse, you're threatening him with a war. Same thing, does it matter? Of course it does. Because you are the one dragging Konoha to a war, not the other way around, Danzo. Are you trying to undermine my law, undermine my rule? Never forget who you're speaking to. I'm the goddamn Hokage of this village. What village is left there? Huh, Danzo? What? Look around you. There are small huts left. What left is the debris of the old village. The one that my sensei and his senseis created. What you have done is brought Konoha to its knees near its destruction. What everyone needs is a new beginning, and you're just the old chapter ending that needs to be finally put to a close. You got to be kidding me. You're going to betray me? Me? Yes, because your crimes have been found out, and we are starting a revolution. And so a civil war began. Danzo and his loyalists fought, while the Anbus sided with Jiraiya. because they too have been wronged, and so did the clans. And what followed suit was Danzo being captured while trying to escape when his men died. Why did you not stay and fight, Danzo, as you promised? Tell this to your people. You all are nothing more than bastards, pawns in my chessboard. Remember that. If it wasn't for me, you would not have been able to survive that attack or any other form. What I have done is for the sake of Konoha, and I would have continued to do so. What you have done is for your sake, not Konoha's. You were going to even threaten the land of fire with a war just because he did not bow down to your word. But I am the Hokage. My word is the law. And he was slapped across the face. You're no longer the Hokage. You never was. Because this man over here, he is the one who used the Senbon needle poisoned with the most deadly poison and slammed it straight into the heart of Hiruzen-sama, killing him that night. As everyone was frozen. You mean to say that he killed Kage-sama? Yes. Yes, he did. Now tell them, Danzo, why? Why you did what you did. He was weak. His ideologies were weak. Orochimaru, like the likes of him, were created because of him. Minato and the others couldn't do much. Sensei did, but all he did was cause more problems. And what did you do, huh? Solve those problems? Massacred the goddamn Uchiha clan for what? Just because they stood up against what was right? Against you? You're nothing more than a monster that you try to save us from, Orochimaru. You are the worst of the scums. And for that, you would be tortured for a whole damn week tied to a wooden post in the center of the village. Just too much of kindness to you before being executed. And for a whole week, Danzo was humiliated, tortured, and executed before being finally put to the guillotine, where his neck was slammed by a huge blade, and then he was killed and burned because the land would not be buried and contaminated with such a soul and blood. Once that was said and done, the time came once more for Konoha, a crucial one at that, choosing the Hokage. It would be best if you lead, Jiraiya. What? Are you kidding me? I thought you had the stank to become the Hokage, or you wouldn't, then Hime would. No, I would watch over the medical system, and I would watch over the science and other stuff, while you watch over the village and us. Seriously? Yes. Fulfill the destiny that your student and your sensei couldn't. Yeah. For Minato's and sensei's sake, I guess. For their sake. And so, now we see, it was said and done. Jiraiya was the 6th Hokage, more like the 5th Hokage, because Danzo Shimura was removed from the history. His legacy that he had built was destroyed. People's mentality was already shifting, because they knew that they were made into the fools. And now, Konoha was on the right track, because the daimyo has helped them, because Jiraiya was much more appreciated than anyone. As on the other side, the news spread like wildfire, while Naruto and Fu had helped out a child named Gaara, who they went to thanks to Chome, because Shikaku knew about the Outer Lands, because he has been there. And Shikaku told them that there was an island, but there was nothing to it. They wouldn't be able to survive. They were not that much gleeful after that answer, but once this news came, Naruto had a smile on his face. Maybe now we can be finally at peace. Peace, you say? But how will that be achieved, huh, kid? I know. How about we go to the Nine Tails? It has helped me. Maybe it will be able to help you. And so Fu and Gaara arrived, traveling all the way back there, taking a whole month. And once there, Naruto stood in front of the cave where Kyuubi was, and it was still there. What do you want, kid? Chaume and Shikaku wants to be free as well. I kind of bumped into the Jinchurikis. I have been finding a way to free my siblings. It's high time I guess I test one. And so, That is what happened. Gaara and Fu, using a new form of seal matrix that QB was able to learn, was freed as the seals on them were weakened, and QB was able to break free them. In return, Shikaku and Fu left a part of their chakra within the two, as Fu and Gaara were able to survive. And because of that, the three of the Jinchurikis were not freed. You heard what happened to Konoha? Said Naruto. Yes. Are you going to go back now? No. Like you said, that place has nothing to do with me. Since the day I left. It is time for a new beginning. And I might have a chance to begin that within Konoha, within the land of fire itself. And so the three of them left and began to learn and hone skills, doing odd jobs, and in the end were able to buy a small home in a nearby village to the land of fire. One day they were visited by people with black cloaks and red clouds in them. And they wanted to ask some questions, and they forced themselves in. And after examination and checking, Naruto had had enough. Why are you doing this to us? What did we do to deserve this? I am sorry. I thought we had the right people. They were criminals, you see, and we are hunter names hunting them. Here, as a bag of money was placed. Take your money, we don't need it. No, please do. It is for all the, well, mishandling as well as for all the misunderstandings. I apologize. Please do take care of yourself. As the masked people, as the black cloak and red cloud people left, we see one of the masks, Itachi. I was pretty sure you said that the boy was the Jinchuriki. Neither of them are anymore. And they are alive. How can that be? I do not know, but I checked and it was evident. And not only that, they do not have any recollection of whatsoever where the beaches are. Meaning the beaches escaped on their own, finding a way, but leaving enough residue and chakra to make sure that they were alive. So we can take them still, right? Because they have, the chakra is absorbed by them, Kisame. There's nothing we can do. And once the Akatsuki was told of this, they were pissed because they were now set back a lot of years from their original plan. And now they were let loose on a goose chase to search for the three Bijus. But unaware to them, they have all traveled and migrated from the land of elemental nations to that island far away where no man has set a foot, where Shikaku has lived for a few years before he got bored. And there, they were living in peace, taking a section of each, while other Bijus remained in the elemental nation. And the Akatsuki knew without the three Bijus, they would not be able to do shit with the Ten Tails. It would remain as a husk, so the plan was foiled, and they were back to the drawing board. Well, the peace, it was fragile, it was still there. And Naruto, Fu, and Gaara had a chance at new life. And so did Konoha, after all what Danzo has done. As this is where I will be leaving this short movie off, guys. I hope you enjoyed this one, and if you did, then make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel and follow me on my Meta What If channel as well. As this is Apollo Uchiha, and I'm signing off for the day. Peace!